Hey, it's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Listen, two in one day. Two in one day. It's going to be three because Queen Sugar comes on tonight. But listen, I just wanted to talk to y'all about something. So, this is kind of like a story time slash rant slash what's your best advice, right? I kind of been thinking about this for a couple of days. I said, I prayed about it. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'm okay. I'm a believer. Anyway, but I thought, let me go out and talk to my honeybees. You guys are some of the smartest people I know, certainly in the subscriber realm. Like I may not have quantity, but the quality of subscriber that I have on this channel is just unmatched. I stand by that. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, you guys are smart cookies, right? So I thought maybe you guys can give me a little advice. Okay, so here's the thing. I've got a friend that I adore and I have known and loved for well over 10 years. We have done a lot together, and every time I forget the amount of things that we have gotten into or been a part of, the blessings we've gotten together. Like, we've experienced so much favor, the two of us. It's just crazy. And she's taught me a whole lot about a whole lot of different things. She's my jazzy friend, right? Like, she's always jazzy. Even like her dress down is up. And I kind of learned that from her. Like, pop on some jewelry, pop on an earring, some costume rings, stuff like that. Just jazz yourself up a little bit. She kind of taught me that and got me out of this dry Pentecostal look that I had perfected. We both enjoy socializing and having a good time. We love shopping, we love thrifting, we love traveling, just a whole bunch of different stuff that we have in common. We met at church and we've been fast friends ever since. Now she's a bit older than me, just a little bit. I mean, I'm 51 and she's 61, 62, 63, maybe. I don't know. I never really noticed because she honestly outdoes me, like, in terms of physicality. Like, she's in great shape, beautiful woman. I think now she's on her third marriage. I've never been married. She's got a son. I don't have children, but somehow we always just kind of were able to we became good friends, even not having those things in common. Now, when I met her, she wasn't married. She did have a significant other. That was a whole debacle. I mean, a debacle, right? Like, it almost ended our friendship because he wasn't great in a whole lot of not great ways. And you know what I'm talking about. Not telling anybody's business. I'm just going to say not great, right? Like, not great. Okay. Like, Miss Honey was thinking about feeding him to the alligators. Not great, right? Like, dragging him down to the swamp in Florida. Route, never mind. Don't worry about the road it's on. But anyway, I'm just saying, right? You ain't gonna kill my friend. I bet you won't. Yeah. So anyway, she was die hard for him. And like I said, that almost ended our relationship ended our friendship because, yeah, I mean, that was just her thing. Like, she's the eyes married girl. You know what I mean? She's one of those people that always has to have a mate. Even when she doesn't have one, she's on the hunt for one. I just have never really been that way. Like if a guy chose me, and I've had boyfriends, throughout our friendship, I've had boyfriends in one capacity or another. We've double dated. We've gone to Christmas parties, when she had a boyfriend and I had a boyfriend at the same time. We went one year, we went to a Christmas party, baby. We was dressed to the what? Nines. Okay? The nines. I wish my hair was better in those pictures, but I digress. So, we've double dated. I just have never, I learned a long time ago to release people that didn't want to be kept, and don't chase people who don't want to be caught. Right? Like, if life has taught me anything, is that let him decide if he wants to ask you out, if he wants to call you, if he wants to date you, if he wants to marry you. Let him decide. If I got to choose, nobody's getting picked. You'll get nitpicked, but nobody's getting picked. And I think that befuddles her. I think it kind of bothers her. I think that there was some conversation in her relationship with the guy that wasn't my favorite. His idea was that we were lesbians. The D word is what he would say, in this angry, aggressive, 9-1. Cause I can hit this one. What you gonna do? Cause you coming at me real crazy, like you what you? Okay. And there were times, when she would have those questions. She would say, "Well, are you gay? Are you?" It's unfathomable, even to women. I can understand it from a big old eggplant headed arse dude, right? But there's a whole cachet of women out there who think other women who are single are automatic lesbians, right? And I kind of was a little offended at it, because I'm like, dude, you're always with me. We're always hanging out. Like, I like dudes. So what's your deal? Like, have I ever hit it on you? Have I ever alluded to the fact that we've been to spas where you couldn't even wear clothes, right? Like, you had to be naked. Like, what are you talking about? Is it just because I'm not married? There can't be any other proof for you. I didn't get it. It offended me. So now that she was calling me gay, that's not the offensive part per se. What's offensive is that, you've been indoctrinated under this dude so long, you're taking on some of his own microaggressive behaviors and stereotypes, right? Like, I don't have time for it. So like I said, it was almost the end of us. Like, it was getting to the point where it just was not safe for me to visit with her. I didn't feel comfortable with her coming to visit with me because he knew where I lived, and he wanted to keep tabs on her, that type of thing. It just wasn't good for my mental health. So I was like, girl, let's just pull up. We're gonna hang out. Let's just meet for Mexican or something and shopping or something. But she took it as though I was saying we were severing our relationship, but I wasn't. Anyway, we've overcome that hurdle. And in that time that we were kind of not friends, as close, she got married again, right? She got rid of that dude, met a dude, 3 months time. They got married. They went to Vegas, got married. Like I said, she's that girl. She's the I's married now girl. Like that, this is what she wants. She wants to have, and her social life is way more booming than mine, right? And all of her friends, of course, maybe because of the age range, I don't know. Her friends outside of me are all couples. So unlike me, I could be in any crowd and be fine as long as everybody's cool with me. I'm cool with them. For her, it was just like, I don't want to be single. And so she was able to find this guy. He seems like a really, really great guy. But when they met, we were not as close. I mean, we weren't talking daily. We weren't keeping up with one another. I wasn't invited to her wedding. I mean, it was in Vegas anyway. It was, a quickie type thing. She looked beautiful though. Always jazzy. Anyway, I'd seen her because we share a mechanic. I'd seen her at the mechanic shop and she had told me about her husband then. And I just asked her honestly, after I met him, I said, hey, are you happy? And she said, yeah. I said, good. That's all I wanted for you. And we went on. Now, I didn't know she was still harboring these feelings. She also had breast cancer during that time period. And I wasn't there for her with that. Now, most of you who know me as a caregiver. So that's kind of a big deal. And when we reconnected, that was something I had to apologize to her for because, of the situation that she was in. I completely, moved past it. I just cut her off because it wasn't healthy for me. And it was just like me appearing to always insist on being in her life when she was with someone who didn't want me there, who didn't want me to help, who really didn't want his mate anywhere around me because I'm sure he knew that I was always trying to get her to do better. Miss Honey's a fixer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that girl that's going to watch you sit in ish and be like, you smell it? You smell it? You smell something? I'll be like, girl, you sitting in the middle of ish, a pile of ish. Get up. Let's get cleaned up and let's get you washed off, girl, and let's get you up out of this stuff, right? I'm that girl. But, I think she wanted me to just ignore it. Like she's been ignoring it and just forge ahead and just stay by her side. I chose not to do that. I regret it to a certain degree because that was a hard thing for her and I should have been there for my friend. I feel like I should have been there for my friend. But neither here nor there. Now she's married. I see her at the mechanics and I said, as long as you're happy, girl, that's all I wanted. And she was like, I am. So I was like, cool. So when I turned 50, the day I turned 50, she actually was retiring from her job. So it was the same day. So when I called her, I was like, hey, I'm 50. It was the height of the pandemic. So it wasn't like we were going out or anything. Nobody was. First year of the pandemic was my 50th birthday year. And so we talked on the phone for a good little while. And then this following year, 2021, we started talking a little bit more, like warming back up. It still was kind of awkward and weird. But we did sit down and have we had apologized to one another before. It just wasn't connecting. There was still some residual issues that we both had with each other. But this next time we sat down and we apologized and we talked to one another, it connected for both of us in that moment. And we just fell right back into what we like to do. Marshalls, Ross, TJ Maxx. Everywhere. Beauty supply stores, looking at hair, politics, just all the things. I mean, just like super, super, super good friends. And so, but she's married now. She's moved into a new home, a beautiful home. She's a great decorator. And all of these things I had missed. So, she was just downloading. We were just sharing, and she's a part of this wine club. So we also had that in common. You guys know I love red blends. And so now we've added wine to our list of things to talk about. And she's retired now, and I'm at home all day or at my parents or whatever. And we just fell back into it, like with my family and her family and everything. And everyone's like, where you been? Where we missed you? And yada, yada, yada. It's just this whole thing. It's altogether lovely. But her husband, who seems like a very nice guy, I can tell that he has an issue with me. I don't think it's like, oh, I hate her. Maybe it is. I don't know. He hasn't told me that. Because he loves her, I think he's accepted me to that a certain degree. And I'm sure that when he first met me, he was like, they had been married 3 years by this time. Who is this? Where was she when this and what happened and yada boo. And I'm sure being her husband, wives tell their husbands everything. You tell your girlfriend something and she got a husband. If it don't affect her, she probably gonna share it with him, right? He knows just as much about what you got going on as she does. Like I said, as long as it don't affect her. So I'm sure she's discussed me in some manner or form. And I don't know if he has those things in mind. I don't know, but I'm getting that same kind of vibe. Like he feels like maybe he needs to keep his eye on me. I don't know if it's because I'm younger. I don't know if it's because, I'm very vivacious. I don't know if it's because, we when we got, became close again, it was like on. Like Monday, we were out in the streets. Tuesday, we went to the growers market, went by my parents' house. She's going to do some things at my parents' house, because she's a great decorator. And, Wednesday, we all meet, me, her, and 3 or 4 of our other friends meet for Mexican, something like that, or she's a beautiful, beautiful outdoor space, get together and, hang out there or whatever. And when he comes home, I'm leaving, I'm going home, or, I just left, they've got cameras everywhere. So I'm sure he's pulled up on those cameras too, us laughing and talking. And then when he comes home and I'm there, like we're doing something, I might be taking her hair down or something like that, or vice versa. She might be taking mine down or braiding me down or something. It's almost like, oh, she's here. And then she and I are laughing and talking about what's on the news, talking about current affairs, taking the hair down, braiding the hair, and we can hear him slam the door closed to the man cave. Now, I'm like, girl, well, I need to go. And she was like, oh, no, he's fine. He knows better than to yada, 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 and act like this and act like that. At the same time, I'm uncomfortable. I don't even know how to navigate it, right? Like, I would be uncomfortable with her hanging out with me and then being at my house and then going home right before he comes home. Like I said, they got cameras everywhere. He gonna know she been out all day. He calls her on the phone. I mean, they love each other. They're good. They're a great couple. He's a nice guy. Like I said, I don't really find any fault with him. He's so much better. I mean, God truly blessed her and leveled her up from that jackhole she had before, So, yeah, no beef with him. But they call each other throughout the day. And she's always like, I'm with, Miss Honey. I'm here with Miss Honey. Say hi to Miss Honey. And I can tell he's just like, you again? Why are you here? Again. Super happy for her. I don't have any bad thing to say about him to her. I don't have any bad thing to say about him, period. But I can tell by his energy that he's not comfortable with our closeness. He's no idea about, how large our past really is. He just knows when we were out of friendship in this window, he came in at that period. So he has no knowledge about how close we were. If he knew me back then, I'm sure he wouldn't have the same issue with me now. He doesn't have an issue, I don't think, with the other friends. One, he's known them from day one. And 2, they're all married. I'm the only one that's single. And I think that has a lot to do with it. So I'm getting those same vibes, that same energy. Like, is she a is she gay? Is she the D word? Like, why don't you have a husband? Why don't you have a boyfriend? Like, why are you here and not out with a man? Right? I feel like I get it everywhere I go. Like, I just don't understand. And I'm just at a place in my life where I'm not trying to explain that to anyone. I'd rather just not even deal with the situation than to be trying to explain to you why I am not married when I don't know my goddamn self. It's not like y'all, I can go out there and shake a tree and 4 or 5 of y'all Negroes fall out. You know what I'm saying? I can pick you up and put you in my basket and check each one for bad spots. Pick the best out of the lot and put the rest, give the rest to the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the worm bed. I don't have a worm bed anymore. I'm not that country anymore. But you know what I'm saying. Like, why are you asking me? Go and ask your male friends. Why is it my relationship with your wife is such a threat to you? And when he comes in, I'm very welcoming. I talk to him. We've talked politics and stuff before, and celebrity gossip. He's like a celebrity savant. Like, he knows a lot of celebrity stuff, a lot, and I find it very interesting. But for some reason, he's got this awkward way around me that makes me feel like I'm not wanted. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I can also see her struggle. I can see her kind of trying to navigate the two of us. She wants me to like him, which I do. And she wants him to like me, which I don't know. I don't know. And so when I say things like, girl, let me get out of here before Chill gets home, she's like, oh, girl, he'll be fine. And then some days I can just tell, like, if it's back to back, she's like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. And so, what I do is what I always do, even in heterosexual relationships that aren't platonic friendships. If you're super busy or if you've got some sort of conflict relationally or scheduling wise, agenda wise, whatever, you let me know. You call me. And let your girl know if you want to do something. If I'm free, let's do it. If you want to visit, if you want me to come over, call me and let me know. I'm not gonna position myself where I'm calling you trying to fit in. No, because I'm not married. I'm either with my parents, which is right up the road from her, or I'm at my house, which is right down the road from her. Right? I think she resents or feels like I'm pulling away again because I'm not calling her like I used to call her. But I don't, because you're married, girl. You're married. When you got a minute or you have time in your schedule and it doesn't, and you're not with your husband, call me. Let's see where I am in the game. And I'm okay with that. I don't think she is as much. I think she wants me to call her and check on her and get into the mix and say, hey girl, let's go do this. Let's go do that. I may mention to her, oh yeah, I'm going to the Women's Expo, which I didn't go this past weekend because I was just exhausted from everything I had been through during the week. Do you want to go? And then if she says yes spontaneously, oh my gosh, yes, I want to do it. But then, a little while later, she'll call back and say, well, hey girl, it's way out and so, and my husband isn't comfortable with me going all the way out there. I'm like, girl, that's fine. I'll hit you up when I get back and see where you are in the game. I'm not being funny. I'm not being passive aggressive. I'm being cool. Like, you can't go. I get it. Let's meet up later. right? You really want to hang out with me. That's what the problem is. But your man wants you to pull up because he don't want you out here. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I don't understand why that is the go-to response for guys. To feel as though even like, let's say I was a married woman and she's married. Guys still watch their girls out amidst other guys, not just because they feel like can be aggressive and they can't be trusted, but it's almost like they feel like a woman is so mindless and brainless, like she just walks around, with her cooch in her hands, like, you want to taste? You want to taste? You want a piece? You want a piece? Like, all of the women I know are so loyal. They aren't cheaters. And they either think that or they think two women are close, they must be scissoring. Sorry if that offends someone. Like, why do I have to be married or gay? Why can't I just be a single woman who is accepted where she is and it's going with the flow? I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I'm not hoish. I'm not invasive. I'm not distrustful. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm not upset that he feels a type of way. What upsets me is that she really wants to hang out with me and us be like we were before, like riders, going in and out of stores and to the hair store and stuff like that. She's the one that picked this hair out for me, right? So, and I picked the hair that she has in her head now, which is a sew-in. It's so beautiful, like so pretty. But we picked each other's hair. Like, it's back to old times. I think she wants that, but she also wants the security of a husband. She loves him. She takes care of him. He takes care of her. They love each other. They're a really good couple. Like, God did a really good job. But at the same time, so God did a great job. I just think that she wants to have it all. She wants to hang out like a single girl. And she's married and she wants to be married. She just doesn't want to be tied to the home like she's like a married person. I mean, she's newly retired, so she used to being busy during the day. But it's so funny because she and I rarely we're super responsible, right? Like, we're not, noonday nooners, whatever you call it, people when drink in the middle of the day. Like, I'm not opposed to that, but on vacation. But, like, we're not out here getting sloshed and like two drunk girls all day long. Like, that's not our thing. But on the occasion that we may have gone to eat to lunch or something and had a cocktail or two and come home, he's always referencing it. Like, I was like, dude, are you okay to drive? Is you two look like you guys have been having fun all day? I don't know. Is it because he's upset that he's still working and we're not at work? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to figure it all out. Like, I don't even want to do all that. I don't want to do all that because I feel like I'm bashing him and I don't really feel any aggression towards him whatsoever. I don't feel shady or anything towards him. I really think he's a great guy. I just think he thinks like a lot of married men think and feel as though he doesn't want to share his wife in that capacity. At the same time, I'm getting those same old feelings like, he's questioning why I'm not married, why am I single? And I'm feeling like I'm starting to get those vibes from her too. Like she feels like I'm not trying hard enough to be a wife. You know what I mean? I'm not trying hard enough to find a mate or something. You're absolutely correct, friend. I'm not trying at all. Like, I see and meet and talk to enough dudes in a month's time where if any of them were interested, they had more than enough opportunity to say, hey, Miss Honey, you want to go out? You want to have coffee? You know what I mean? You want to go to a movie? I'm vaccinated. You're vaccinated. Let's do it, right? Should I be out here chasing? No, I'm not doing that. First of all, it makes me feel bad about myself. I don't care for that. I don't care for that. I'm on the hunt for a peen vibe. Like, I'm not into that. It pisses me off when any male, gay or straight, think that I have an ulterior motive for just being friendly, funny, kind, thoughtful, engaging. I must want some type of relationship out of it. Oh, you know I'm gay. I don't give a god. Or I'm seeing someone. So good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Did you think I was hitting on you? Oh, this it felt like I was hitting on you because I was just talking about the food here. I just feel like I'm always explaining myself. I think that's my problem. I feel like I always have to explain myself in some capacity. And for me, because I am this weird mix of introvert and extrovert, I can just take my things, darling, my few little things, beloved, my few little gatherings, darling, and go. Right? I ain't got to stay here. Y'all ain't got to talk to me. Y'all ain't got to entertain me. Y'all ain't got to do nothing on my behalf. Because your girl is fine. Truth be told, you ain't never got to call me again. Harsh. Harsh, I know. Harsh. But that's how I keep my feelings from getting hurt. That's how I keep from overstepping my bounds. I want to talk to her. And I want to tell her. I want to say, girl, I'm trying to be really careful. I'm not snubbing you. I'm not cutting you off. I just want to be careful that I'm not putting any undue pressure on you, that I'm not the catalyst for your husband being upset with you or being upset with me. And if that means that we don't hang out as much, I'm okay with that. I can live off talking to you a couple of times a month, checking in on you, us just talking on the phone. I can live with that. I mean, she hangs out with her married friends all the time. Her husband doesn't seem to have an issue with that. It's just me. So I can remove the issue. What y'all think? Put it down below. I'd love to hear. I just need some friendly advice. What do you think? Am I wrong to pull up? I don't think so. I really don't feel that way. I feel like it's cool. We hang out when we hang out. It's her that wants to hang out all the time. And it's her husband that has an issue with it. I mean, y'all tell me what y'all think. Put it down below. And until next time, honeybees. I done peeled a whole banana. I'll holler.